You guys all good? Got all of this out?
No, we did.
No.
All right, let's go.
Okay. All right. Welcome to another episode of ABA Mom. I'm your host, Allie, and today I have joining with me my dad, Will, and my husband, Dee. They both work at Group Homes. Dan works as a manager, and Will, my dad, works as a staff member. And we both have our experience with kids, and my dad with kids and grandkids. So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for finally
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Your mic.
Appreciate that. Thank you for letting me be on here finally. It's nice to be welcomed.
Oh, hello. Yes, it's great. I've been waiting for this day for a while. It's excellent.
I'm glad that you're here.
I wish I was number one, but I was number four. Is this our fourth episode?
This is the seventh.
Oh.
This is the seventh
Yeah,
episode.
Seven's a good lucky number.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
okay.
you guys.
I've been blowing it up for a while. It's my phone. So.
Yeah, I'll post some bloopers later. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and dive into it. So, what were your backgrounds before working at the group home? Dad, do you want to go first?
How much time do you have?
Just go for it.
Oh, wow.
Go for it. What were your...
I mean, really, my first major, I've always worked in the public. So I was, at age 20, I was a flight attendant for Eastern Airlines, a major airline, and flying all around the Caribbean and all parts of the world. Pretty cool job. Didn't work with the same people every day. Just, working with the public, make sure that people are happy and got their way. And went on to, like, several years later, Disney World, same thing. Worked room service, met a lot of celebrities, and or just everybody was a VIP. That's how they look at it. So.
And you got a lot of
So I learned a lot about. I mean, I already worked in restaurants before, but like really fine dining service kind of stuff. So you're dealing with high end and high expectations, and also the public. So
yeah,
I mean, that's always been the jobs. And the job I have is working in a group home where you have a small audience versus a larger audience. Yeah.
It's definitely different because you have to versus the customer service aspect. You're now taking care of people, so it's definitely different. So what was your background?
So before this, I started in the school system. I was a paraprofessional in the ASD unit for a while, and I left that to go work for the state of Florida to be a juvenile probation officer, detention officer, and I became an RBT, and now here I am.
And then what are you going to school for?
I'm going to school to be a BCABA.
Awesome. And I feel like you weren't influenced whatsoever.
Yeah,
So how do you feel that ABA has helped you both as a parent and a grandparent? What do you think, Dad?
Oh, I'm much more calmer. I used to like flip out. Why is stuffing this dishes in the sink and why is the trash all over the floor? Now I'm much more like, hey, don't use my towels as a hand towel and don't do this and maybe think about doing that. I don't know, I'm more calmer, I guess. So
maybe like I think you
chills
got
me
like
out.
Another level of like understanding too.
Yes.
A whole different level.
It's totally a different understanding for sure.
What about you?
Definitely a whole different level of understanding.
Like I know when I first met you, because we are a blended family, and our son was 3 at the time. So like, what were some of the struggles, and like, what do you wish that you knew then that you know now?
I wish I knew how to plan it more. To be honest with you,
that's fair. That's important. Ignoring is very important. It can definitely help. So, what are some, without giving any identifying information, what are some success stories that you've had? What have you had, Dad?
There's been a few. I guess the ones I think stands out for me is like something that blows me away. Like I'm gonna plan this and see if it works, like a probe kind of thing. So I'll say something like to this one person the guy didn't like to take a shower, and if you told him to take a shower, he would be upset about taking a shower. So you gotta have a different way of like kind of seeing if he would take a shower, kind of a probe thing. In a way, with what happened with this person, I'm sorry, is that I said, hey, if you're gonna help me do food preparation tonight, and cooking training, you gotta wash your hands. I know you don't want to take a shower, but you gotta wash your hands.
Yeah.
And he's like, looked at me, and going, that's all I cared about. Just wash your hands, and then you can handle food.
Yeah.
And that guy went right in the shower, took a shower, and got the whole thing done. I'm like, all right, that's a win,
Yeah, that's awesome. Just get your hands. Yeah, that's cool. So what about you?
Success story. I think the biggest success story was when I first started working in the school system. I was in ASD unit, in a very very challenging case. I was with him for about 2 years. Just became close with the student and the family and helping them out. And I left the school system, and it was cool is that I saw them passing in public. The teacher, that from the classroom, and we all met, and we started talking how everybody's doing, blah blah blah. And then they asked me to actually walk them across the elementary school graduation stage, and that was really cool. Definitely rewarding.
That's awesome. That's super cool. And it's good to have that like rapport with like the families too. I always love that too. So what are some things that you feel that I feel like my dad has quite a few answers to this. I want to instill in the grandkids now that you do have this knowledge. What are some
Okay.
Well,
let my dad go first. You can
when
go
I'm
next.
in my job, I think it's a really cool thing. There's a plan, and then there's like a book for each person with their everything in it.
I think
And I have to say, I think behavior plan in every house could probably be a good thing. Have like, hey, don't make them do this or that, but have them do these things and they feel better about it, and then more repetition or good habits and bad habits. You got 30, I'd say 30 days. 30 days of doing things, the same thing over and over and over becomes a habit, good or bad. So if you could change that and nick it in the bud, and then they feel like they're accomplishing it. You have a journal of it. I think that's a great thing. So it's kind of like what we call a green book thing.
Yeah, which just for those who don't know, like kind of what my dad's talking about as far as a green book is, like there's a behavior plan, but there's also the data to kind of track, but also sometimes they put like reward systems in there too. So they have like different token systems and things like that they might be using, and just track whether or not they're earning the rewards, whether that's like daily or weekly, right? Some of them have like a monthly thing too, that like a big monthly one too. What about you? So what are some things now that you have that knowledge and some ABA background, like what do you think, like some things that you want to install still like in our kids? What do you think?
First of all, Will Chan,
He said he thinks that they need like a green book, like like to say like, okay, like 30
Short,
days to have
yeah.
it. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I think they need some. I gotta cut this out.
They need to learn life skills.
Yeah.
But
I think
if you
that's
have a
important,
goal
yeah.
chart set up, they can check off how they're doing and then measure that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like some people are
You have
like
to measure it.
resentment of that, but I think everybody wants to know what they are. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to find if I'm a Capricorn, what's my thing today? Or I weigh 120 pounds. What's my goal today? Or whatever it is. Everybody wants to know something about themselves. That's easy.
Yeah, I like that too. But
And everybody wants to know, how am I
progress.
doing on the graph?
Yeah.
Oh, how am I doing? Who's watching me? Oh, it's 68% of a USA. Yeah. I don't know, something like that. Everybody wants rewards. That's it. I have a reward waiting for me at the end of the show.
Yeah, who's watching me? Who's got this? Yeah, he says it a lot. It's
We have a
hilarious.
reward waiting for us after the show.
You're right. There is some reinforcement at the end of the show.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, especially since
visual, too.
he loves seeing a visual, and
Yeah.
like he earns it. And before I used to just take it away and not like a normal parent would, just you can't have it. But explaining to him why he can't have it, giving him alternatives, and all about choices. He can make the choice if he wants to earn it or not. And when he does earn it, he trades a token and he gets to play Fortnite. It's a big reward system for him.
Right. And I think too that language too, and like instead of saying like you're taking away because then there's nothing to earn, but then having something to earn, like there's always something to look forward to. It's like, hey, you didn't earn this today, let's work for it tomorrow. So I think that too, like changing that vocab too, I think that makes a big difference. There's always something to work towards.
Yeah, it definitely makes a big change.
So just kind of give me some background for like those who don't really understand like the group home, and like they both work at a group home that specifically works with people with disabilities too, and it's ABA focused. It's an intensive behavioral group home. So can you kind of just explain what the day-to-day kind of looks like?
They always, when I show up, not everybody's home yet. They're all coming back from their daily routines, or they go to a class here, or I'm not gonna say all their. They got programs they go and work. Some will go to high school, whatever it is, and they come back, and then we give them a little chill out space, kind of like like a little take out your lunch, whatever, and do that kind of stuff, and then they kind of chill out for a while, and then we start on our little weekly, or just our trainings for the day, and get going. And what that means is just kind of focus on how to make them more independent and that's a daily thing. But overall, that's pretty much what they do is train a little bit, and then we go on an outing, and we cook dinner, and then we go on a little outing, and just kind of have some free time for themselves every day.
Yeah, I like
And that I don't know, it's a good thing.
What and it's just a little bit different for you because you're kind of like overseeing like the house. Like my dad's like directly like in the house, like working directly with the clients, and you work directly with the clients too, but you also kind of oversee. So okay, so I want to do a quick round. Oh, go ahead.
It's okay,
Go for it.
clear my throat. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're still talking?
My
No.
wife
Shoot.
still talking.
Thank God we're not
It's
live.
like just every life.
I feel like we're live.
I get talked over. It's okay. You should leave it. It's priceless.
This guy's starting to wake up.
It's true. But
He's making his move.
something that they enjoy and gaining experiences.
Love it. Yeah. And I like that there's like the community outings too, because it's so important. Not only that, but they're doing those skills in the environment, but just being able to go and be a part of the community too. I think that's huge and that's important too. And plus it's like a reinforcer for a lot of them. Sometimes they'll pick like different outings to go on too. So let's do some quick ABA questions. You guys ready?
Ooh, fire away.
All right.
Thank God it's not edited.
What-
Live.
What is your favorite reinforcement strategy?
Well, you just touched on that. I mean, I would say give them positive praise, but that's not enough. I would say more like what you said about going on the outings and seeing how they react, or integrate outside their confines of their home and their their everyday. They got to do all these things they got to do every day, and when they get outside their little box, pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What's yours?
That's mine.
Top him.
No, that's
Top
not
that
how-
guy.
Hey,
Oh, he's a
earlier,
bomb, that one.
He knows I have a good day. I'm doing good. He knows he's going to get it. Seeing him, knowing what he has to do to earn it, and when he doesn't, he gets upset. But he knows that I'm not telling him he can't play because for no reason. You can ask him now. He's like, I did this. I'm going to try again today. So it definitely goes a long way.
Yeah. And that consistency too, like you're super consistent with him with that. So what's you can see his teeth. You're still on the camera. You're still there.
That's okay.
All right, I'm just letting you know. One word to describe your work environment. So that was one word that if you had to describe your work environment. Look, our friend.
He is coming. That's why I keep looking down here. It's great. I mean, there's a lot of repetition stuff, which is a regimen of the daily routine stuff. And if you get on that, it's simple as that. But sometimes it goes off track in a good way or a bad way. And the good way is like, hey, we're going on a 4-hour outing and we're going to go out for a big dinner and we don't have to cook and clean and do all the other extra chores and stuff. So that's nice. Or it could be not a great thing. And then that takes you up and then you're backpedaling to get everything done that I have to do. But they know what they have to do every day. And that's a good thing. My guys, anyway.
No,
they try to accomplish that every day.
So how would you describe it?
I have no day that, everyone likes repetition and that's great. It's a household. Our household. Things come up, you got to be able to adjust. So you have to be ready to be able to go with the wind and just go with the flow.
Buddy.
Yeah,
Get
adaptability. You need that.
I think that's important too. Like in our field, like you always have to be adaptable because things change. Like it's not all always black and white for sure. We have another guest on our show. We have Baby Daniel.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, what you think?
Big DW.
Look.
Oh, that way.
Bud?
Hello. Tell them all about it. So, what's your favorite part of the day? Huh? Sleeping?
All right.
Sleeping, eating, or what?
Last question. So, if you could teach one ABA strategy, what would you teach? What do you think, Dad?
Oh my gosh, I think I Googled this and I probably got it right.
I love it.
But an ABA strategist. Is that where I say good praising?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like good praising. Good job, buddy. You're doing great. And I like being surprised that they do something that they helped out with. Like, oh, well, gosh, that's a really good job, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
That surprises me. And the ones like, I'm trying to get them to do something and they do it and they do a good job. That's kind of not as cool as like, surprise. Like, hey, I just took the trash out for you.
Yeah.
Like, great. That's fantastic.
something
Did it
cool,
very independently.
Yeah.
So
What do you think? Go ahead.
I'm
You.
just saying that he's pretty independent.
He's
Gosh.
pretty independent. What do you think, Steve?
Sidebar. Sorry.
I love it.
This could be so much
favorite thing that I think
editing.
that everyone needs to know would be playing more, especially our kids.
Okay, so this is your
Who got you?
Yeah, so one strategy would be plan ignoring. But the only thing I want to add to the plan ignoring is like not ignoring
There you
all
are.
behavior, just the behavior
Ready?
you don't want to see. Because I think that too. I think you guys actually go together. So like positive praise for the
I'm
behavior you
sorry.
want to see more of, and
I
then
thought
plan
this not
ignoring
too
all
hard.
behavior you don't
Sorry,
want to
buddy.
see. All right, guys. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you would like to share?
I think I have Greek yogurt on my shirt at the moment. I'm absolutely.
Oh, this is
It's
great.
just
This
been
is my
such a
favorite
time.
episode so far. Just saying. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to another episode of ABA Mom. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to reach out on all social media outlets at
You're
ABA
funny.
Mom.
You're funny.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, and remember, you're not alone on this journey, too.
You are not.
Did they get in there?
Okay. All right,
Don't
we're
forget
done. Bye.
what?
You're not alone on this journey.
Oh,
We're on a journey together.
That's
on
your
it.
sign off. You
Yeah.
gotta put that in there.
I did. I said, and also, we're
But
not
see,
alone
you
on
almost
this journey.
forgot it. So you gotta
I did. I know. Oh, shoot. Before we
shit.
get time,
Go back.
we
Go.
need to do something real quick.
Oh yeah. Are we
Yeah,
doing
come
it?
on. We're doing it.
All right.
This is
Hold
our
on.
reinforcer. My dad's suggestion.
Oh,
right, here.
you're really playing on me.
All right.
After the show.
Cheers.
Here it
After
is.
show party. All right. Wait, I'm not really good at this. No.
Hold on, buddy.
Oh, Dad.
Wow.
Okay.